Hey there, it's November the 11th. It's Remembrance Day here in Canada. And a few years ago, I was at Colonel By High School, which I'm sitting here very close right now. My friend Sean and I decided we're going to go down to the War Memorial. And this was about 1988, 89, around there. And see what's going on. So this is how it was back then. We could walk right up to the War Memorial and be within like 15 feet of it during Remembrance Day and stand off to the side, and I'd take pictures and all that shit. And that's my old job. And no one would say anything. And over time, people started going more often. They started recognizing the sacrifices that the old soldiers had committed to. And it got to the point where, you know, they were calling on tons of police for crowd control. They had fences set up. There's people 15 rows deep showing up. It was like a huge event, and it gone from like nobody giving two shits to being enormous, as it should be. And people really got involved in honoring the soldiers from the Second and First World War. And they then interned the unknown soldier at the War Memorial. And we were going in a very positive direction regarding honoring the past battles and sacrifices that these soldiers made. And my point being is that we've definitely improved as a country when it comes to recognizing these things. Recently, I feel like many of these freedoms that we have are being eroded internally. It's not external enemies that are doing it, it's ourselves. But regardless of that, having been in the Afghan war myself as a photographer, I've made a lot of connections with a lot of soldiers, different countries and so forth. And today I'm going to do my bit. I'm going to read off these people who have, sacrificed a lot of time in their lives, their physical health, mental health, that have given up probably the best years of their life for these ideals, and are still warriors today, regardless of being in or out of the military. These people are still willing to fight. They still believe in freedom. They saw what tyranny can bring. And for you people that have never been downrange before, you might just roll your eyes and whatever. My dad does that. He thinks it's all whatever. And but it's real, and it can happen here quickly. So I'm going to read off some names, and if I don't mention details, that's because they're either like special forces or, other such branches. So first off, Tom Gillerin, Matt McFarlane, my brother Joe, Rob Murdoch, Dirk Burkett, Josh Fry, Ed Jones, Stu Beef, Gerard Perniski, Big Mark, Dave Holthoff, Anson, Pedro Benavides, Beauchamp, a.k.a. Beecham. It's Beauchamp, by the way. Ken Medley, Bob Dean, his daughter Nikki Dean, Bruce Cobbledick, Andre Russo, Major Mike Callanan, Andy Engel, Dennis Amesbury, David Petraeus, Rick Hillier, Andrew Leslie, Walter Natinchuk, Rocky, our translator from back in Afghan land, Emma Welford, who was not a soldier, but served and helped in the Afghan war in Afghanistan, YPG in general, Jesse from Seesaw, and Sniper Dave. I know there's people on this list that I'm missing, and I apologize for that, but these are just names that need to be on the record on YouTube so that they're not forgotten. These people have given up, like I said, the best years of their life. Some have given up their physical and mental health. And this is the day to remember these people from World War I, probably the most vicious and disturbing war in human history. I would say I hope we never see that again, and I know we now have the power to make war even worse, which is disturbing. But the best thing we can do to honor them is by keeping freedom in Canada and across the world, and shouting out when we see freedom disappearing on our own doorstep. Maybe it's time to reflect inwards as opposed to judging other countries and worry about other people's freedom. Let's worry about ours now. The best way we can honor them is by defending freedom at home.